Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Shari L if you're new, and if you're returning, thank you for coming back. You saw it in the title, take a break from social media, and I'll give you the reasons why after this intro. Because social media is new, we do not know the full effects that it's having on our brains, on our lives, on everything in this entire world. How the whole world works is different because of social media. And I feel like because we don't really know what's happening to us in real time, we don't take it as serious as we need to by taking breaks from social media. The unfortunate part is that we've become so attached to it, whether it's on Facebook to keep in contact with our aunts and uncles, or on Instagram to keep up with our friends when we're too busy with our lives, and we're on TikTok to laugh or learn, whatever. Social media literally is a part of us now in such a deep way, and I feel like sometimes we need to back up and just cut it out of our lives for a short period of time. This video is part 1. And I will be giving you 6 reasons in this video of why you need to take a break from social media. Number 1, dopamine addiction. This is so crazy because we are all addicted to instant gratification because of social media. We need that like right away. We need that response, the comments, we need the shares. We want the attention whether we want to admit it or not, and that's not healthy. And the problem with dopamine is that it's such a quick high that you need it again and again and again. So you need to keep posting, you need to keep checking your stories, keep checking your views, your comments, blah blah blah, and you have no idea that now you're a dopamine fiend. And the biggest problem with dopamine that's connected to social media is that we have become addicted to people's approval, because when you get a like, when you get a share, when you get a comment, you're getting approval and validation from people, but that's approval and validation outside of yourself. So now you're always looking for someone to validate you.
Tell me I'm pretty. You're pretty? Say it again! You're pretty?
Rather than you validating you, because you need to know you're important. A like should not tell you you're important. A like should not tell you you're pretty. A like should not tell you you're smart. You should know those things inside already. The second reason why you should take a break from social media is because the blue screen is bad for our eyes. I already wear contacts and glasses, and we don't realize it, but the blue screen from the laptop, from the TV, from our phones strains our eyes. And when it strains our eyes, I don't know what the long-term effect of that is. And I already have poor vision, and I don't want it getting worse. So in my glasses, I have a prescription, like a blue screen prescription to protect my eyes, but I feel like even that's not enough because we're on our phones so much. And the problem also with blue screens is that it affects our sleep. I'm sure there's articles on this, and I may pop them up somewhere around here, but a lot of people are having problems falling asleep lately, and you see a bunch of commercials. I've even seen it advertised to children, and that's crazy because children are the easiest to knock out. When they play outside or whatever, children go out like a light. So why are we having trouble sleeping? It has to be connected to the phones and the tablets because we're on it all day, and we don't know what that's doing truly to our brains. So I feel like if you put your phone down, take a break from social media, it may improve your sleep. The third reason why you should take a break from social media is because the social media culture is not like real life, and I'll explain this. First of all, on social media, everybody looks perfect. They have the perfect lighting, the perfect angles, the outfits, the hair's done, the nails done, everything's did.
Oh, you fancy, huh? Oh, you fancy, huh?
But in real life, People look dusty, let's be real. In real life, you might catch me in Target, and I don't look like this. This is for the cameras, this is for the phone. And I wish I could look like this every day, but in real life, we don't always have time to make ourselves look Instagram ready or TikTok, acceptable. And that's okay. And the problem is though, because with social media culture, everything's about perfection, it makes us think in our minds that everybody really looks like this, but we don't. We don't look like this enough. So then in our minds, we don't add up because we don't always look picture perfect, and that's not real life. Even celebrities look dusty. If you catch them, like certain paparazzi pictures, everybody has off days. So don't get deceived thinking you need to look perfect all the time and that everybody else is perfect and you're not. No, they're putting on a show. Another problem with social media is the contradictions. There's constant contradictions. There's don't sleep. Sleep is a cousin of death. You need to hustle, hustle, hustle. There's that side of social media. And then there's self-care, relax, light candles, blah, blah, blah. And the thing is, if you do too much of either one, do too much self-care, you're not getting enough done. And if you're hustling, you're not taking care of yourself. So social media pushes all these things on us, and then we have all this pressure and we're like, I don't take care of myself enough, or I don't work hard enough, blah, 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 blah. Why are you letting social media tell you how to run your life? Don't listen to social media. Social media doesn't know what they're talking about. Another problem with social media culture is this constant push of relationships and love and sex. I swear that's all I see on the timeline. That's all I see on Twitter. That's all I see on Instagram. Everybody's obsessed with talking about sex. Everybody's obsessed with talking about relationships. I get that's a part of life, but that should not be all you talk about. That should not be your identity. There's so much more to life than those things. We have a lot to work on besides those things. And one of the reasons why this generation is so terrible at relationships in the first place is because they like how relationships look and they're lusting and want the sex, but they don't want to work on them as a person to make the relationship work. You can have all the sex you want. You can have matching Jordans and a cute outfit, but guess what? You guys are both dysfunctional and it's only going to last 90 days. Yes, that is the end of my rant on that part of social media culture. And another problem with social media culture is the fact that we feel like we're in a rush. We have to rush putting out our drawings, rush putting out our paintings, rush putting out our photography, rush putting out our music, rush putting out our clothing brand, because we feel like if we don't put it out, people are going to forget about us and forget about what we're doing. And that's not true. That's not how real life works. Every generation says this, but when I tell you they don't make things like they used to, they really don't. Movies aren't good like they used to be. Music isn't good. People aren't skilled and they're not good at what they do. And it all boils down to everybody rushes everything. And this has caused quality to go down the drain. And everything is so microwavable. And we have to reverse that. We cannot let social media rush what we do, because it will be forgotten. Mediocrity is forgotten. You need to take your time with whatever you're doing, with your fitness, with your career, with your salary, with your rankings, whatever corporate job you work. Do not rush. Do not feel like you need to have a house by 22. Do not feel like you need to have a Ferrari at 20. These are things that social media has rushed us to think we need, and we don't. We don't need it right away. Social media has just made goals microwavable. So even when you reach that goal, you're still not satisfied and you want more and more and more because you feel like you need to achieve this, they need to achieve that, they need to achieve that. That's not how life works either. Life is a journey. Enjoy it. Take your time with whatever you're doing and don't feel like you have to rush for these people because you're not going to be happy anyway once you reach the goal because you felt like you had to rush to get it, to impress people who don't really care in the first place. So there's so much more with social media culture I can touch on, but that'll take up the rest of the video. So just know the way social media works and what it portrays, reality is not like that most of the time. The fourth reason why you should take a break from social media is because social media causes depression and anxiety. I've never in my life, not that I've lived that long, but I've never in my life seen so many people anxious. I've never in my life seen so many people unhappy. And of course there's always been anxious people and depressed people from the beginning of time, and we all go through ups and downs in life, but social media has exponentially increased these things. The root of this is because we're comparing ourselves to other people. We're comparing ourselves to what other people are achieving, how they look. We have FOMO because we see how so many other people are living their lives in different cities and people traveling so much, and it causes us to be anxious because we feel like we're not doing enough and that we're not enough, and that's not true. So when you aren't on your phone, you're not on social media all the time, it gives you less chances to compare yourself to other people, which can help with your depression and anxiety. So I really feel like if you suffer from those things, try to take a break and see how you feel. At least a week. Do at least a week. My 5th reason of why you should take a break from social media is because it can save you money. Because we're watching people on social media, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, blah, 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 we are spending money because we're trying to dress like somebody, we're trying to get our hair done like somebody, we're trying to travel to where they travel to, we're trying to get the same car. It can cost you money being on social media because we're trying to be like each other, and then we're getting bombarded with sponsorships and ads. Literally, you're scrolling through, get this item for skincare, get this clothing from this boutique, get this, and then you're seeing all the stuff and you're like, I want it, it's payday, I'm gonna get it, and now you're buying things for no reason that you're barely wearing. And you're seeing people wearing designer. I want designer now. You didn't even like designer until you saw other people wear it. And now you're buying designer, you're wasting your money. Because a lot of us can't even really afford it. We should not be getting things on a consistent basis that we can't afford. I get treating yourself, it's your birthday, you got a promotion, but trying to keep up with these celebrities and everybody else, you're losing money. Quit it. Trying to travel to where everybody's traveling to, trying to travel 5 times a year. When you know you want to buy a house, or you need to save up for a car, or you're gonna have to get some brakes soon for your car, chill out, okay? Nobody knows that your credit card is maxed out because you're trying to keep up with everybody, but you don't care because you got the nice pictures for Instagram. Let's stop. And the 6th reason why you should take a break from social media is because it limits your distractions. We do not want to admit how distracting social media is, and we can't help it. It's funny, it's entertaining, you get to see people's thoughts and opinions, you know what I mean? If you're an only child or you spend a lot of time alone, it feels like you're not alone because you're on your phone and it's some type of comfort, but it's like, there's so many things we procrastinate to do. There's so many things we avoid doing. There's so many things we don't do because we're scrolling. And a lot of us don't even have our screen time reminders anymore because we don't want to see that number. We don't want to see 8 hours, 10 hours. Like, it makes us have to realize, like, wow, I was on this app for how many hours per day on average? I was scrolling how much? Wasting my time when I had an exam to study for. These are things we have to get in order. For me, I could be scrolling, I'm like, oh, I was only on this app for 30 minutes, but you didn't go to the gym, Shariel. You could have went to the gym. So it's like, sometimes you even miss personal goals. Literally, you're missing goals scrolling. So please limit your distractions because we have things to do in life. No, we don't have to rush to get our goals, but we shouldn't be delaying our goals because we're scrolling. So please take a break from social media. This is part 1. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, subscribe to my channel and share this with your friends. Thank you for watching. You are appreciated.